Hi everyone. 2 weeks of absence from recording an episode from the diary, and I am back today. I was about to record the week 7, but I got a pretty nasty cold and my voice was terrible. I was also in not any mood to record. So, what happened in those 2 weeks? The recovery continues. I'm now almost all the time off the sling, which is a little bit dangerous because I'm still not allowed to reach out for things, etc. So I'm living in a little bit of constant fear about doing something. There were most of the steps forward, a few steps back, like in all these situations, some micro injuries. Then the shoulder got completely in a spasm and I couldn't do anything, etc. But the situation is going forward and better. Unfortunately, I still don't have the range of movement to be able to hold the bicycle, the bars with my right hand. So the best way to ride is keep on the sling. Hopefully next week I will be able to get this extra 10 degrees to extend my arm and be able to ride with two arms again. But that's summary about the general situation. Let's go and see how did the cycling go. So let's start from the cycling summary screen. Lots of things happened in the past weeks. The first thing is that my family returned from the holidays and I had much less time to cycle, more people at home and more things to do. So that was week 7 and it dropped quite a lot the total TSS and the total time on the bike and so on. However, the time spent in zones, in hard zones, is actually remained quite high compared with the time I spent. Last week, unfortunately, I got this cold, so I rode even less. I'm off the bike from Wednesday onwards, and today is the first day I managed to get back on the bike from a very, very short ride. So what was the effect? The effect, as you see, is that from here, the training load, which is the black line, goes lower and lower and lower. And in theory, I'm getting rested, although I can't feel it with this cough and how my chest feels on exert. So that's kind of expected. But last week was quite prolific. In last 2 weeks were quite prolific in terms of racing, and I can see here on Zwift Power, I did 2 races using the VELO from Zwift Racing App. That's the results-based classification system. And I find the first race very competitive and enjoyable. The second race I finished dead last, but that was because I can't put sustainable efforts with one arm. I did my own TFC criterium. I finished third out of 3, so that's not something to brag about. However, I won this race, and this race had a pretty decent field of 40 people. Well, not really gone. I finished second, but the first guy was on his way to the big cut. He just put some outlandish numbers, as you're gonna see. Let's try to click here with one arm. Right. So in this race, the C field was quite high. Well, 23 people, and I finished with the best way I can do, which is a sprint for about 30 seconds to a minute, which is the longest sprint. And this time I didn't do the mistake with the VLO race, which is to wait last moment. But you cannot see all that on the video. I'm just gonna put the link if you want. I also did one of the Z Racing series, the Sleepless City. That was an even larger field, prime time, 50 people. My teammate Jurgent won. I came fourth, and I'm very happy with that result, given that I'm riding with one arm. What's the trick? Well, the trick is I need to stay with the bunch in a very flat short race, so I don't get the core body fatigue, and then I need to put a smooth, hard sprint, which puts it about 45 seconds long and about 800-meter sprint. That's how I managed to carbon copy to good results in both races. Other news. having the experience of the VLO races and how close I felt with the rest of the field, and unlike the ZRL, for example, where with my current condition I get dropped and go to the gruppetto from the first 5-10 minutes. Similarly on Monday, by the way, which was supposed to be more categories. I found very competitive the VLO races, so I'm very keen to. I was very keen to go and ride in some series that you can use the VLO system. There are two very popular series right now, and one of those is the dirt racing series, which happens at the same time with the ZRL. And my category is platinum, and I actually reached out and found a team. It's the Dirty Thundercats from the Dirt Zwift team, and I hope I will do my first race this Tuesday. I didn't stop there. I found this unbelievably interesting competition, which is the club ladder, which uses a ladder system. You can read it up in Zwift Insider and so on. So basically, very simple. This is a ranking of all the teams, regardless of their category. Every team has 5 riders, and every team can challenge another team in a 5v5 race. Only the 2 teams, and whoever wins climbs up the ladder. Whoever loses drops below, and so on. I am with this one. I'm in the Dirty Vertigos again with the Dirt team, and I'm really looking forward to this kind of racing, although it feels quite hard. And that summarizes the racing experience this week. Another, even probably more exciting for me, at least, development is that I bought the Zwift Hub, which is just behind me somewhere. You could probably see it. So the Zwift Hub 1 actually, and that allowed me to put my son's bike on it, which is a 26 bike. My son is 8 years old, and we do pretty good rides together. And now we're riding in Zwift together, and that is also an extra motivation to do extra miles. And yes, that summarizes the past 2 weeks. Not a little bit eventful. I hope the cold is going to go away, and I'm looking forward to my first DRS race on Tuesday, and hopefully my first ladder race on Friday. And that's about it. Thank you very much for watching.